Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Nikita, and today we are going to discuss yet another theory of development, that is the Kohlberg's moral development. Let's briefly know Kohlberg. Lawrence Kohlberg was born in 1927 and grew up in Bronxville, New York. He became a professor of education and social psychology in 1968. He extended Piaget's theory, proposed that moral development is a continual process that occurs throughout the lifespan. He also used Piaget's storytelling technique to tell people stories involving moral dilemmas. He based his theory upon research and interviews with groups of young children as he was fascinated by the moral developments in children. His book on moral development is used by teachers around the world to promote moral reasoning. We have to now discuss some important terms. Firstly, let us know what is morality. Morality is a subjective term which is different for everyone, but this is basically a concept to understand what is right or wrong, and so your values, decisions, behaviors are formed. So, if we summarize this whole theory, Kohlberg spoke of moral dilemma and moral reasoning. Firstly, moral dilemma. This is a state of dilemma where you need to choose one path. For example, if I ask, what would you choose, or who would you save? Parents, lover, and a $5 million. So, that is where you are in a state of dilemma, moral dilemma. And next is moral reasoning. When you are in a dilemma, you need a reason to choose the right way or the wrong way or whatever option you opt to. Like if I say, would you do that or this, you might say, it depends, or you have a reason to do this or that. Kohlberg used some of his dilemmas to prove his theory. One of them was the Heinz dilemma. A woman was near death from a unique kind of cancer. There is only one drug that might save her. The chemist demanded 10 times the cost to make the drug, and Heinz couldn't afford it. Chemist didn't listen to Heinz begging, and as he was left with no choice, he stole it from the premises that night to save his wife. So now let's see the different stages of moral development in this dilemma. Kohlberg stages of moral development. There are three basic stages of this development, and each stage has two substages: pre-conventional, conventional, post-conventional. And in pre-conventional, we have the stage 1, which is obedience and punishment, stage 2, individualism and exchange. In conventional, stage 3 is interpersonal relationships. Stage 4 is maintaining social order. And in post conventional, stage 5 is social contract and individual rights. Stage 6 is universal principles. So, firstly, let's discuss about the pre conventional morality. People at this stage do not really understand the conventions or the rules of a society. This is basically associated with young children from age 4 to 10 years. A person is motivated by obedience to authority, involves little thought about morality, and moral code is shaped by the standards of adults. The first stage, that is the punishment obedience orientation. Consequences of acts determine whether they are good or bad. This is the earliest stage of moral development, and children see rules as fixed and absolute. Obeying the rules is important to avoid punishment, and morality is motivated solely by punishment. So, the morality is based upon the physical punishment that follows an action rather than right or wrong. The concern is for self, like, will I get into trouble for doing or not doing it? Now, as we have discussed the Heinz dilemma, the possible stage 1 responses to this are If for stealing we consider, Heinz should steal the drug because if he doesn't, then his wife might scold him or even she may die. And which is against stealing, Heinz should not steal the drug because he might be caught and sent to jail. So here the responses are based on obedience and punishment. Stage 2, individualism and exchange. Here they judge actions based on how they serve individual needs. And even reciprocity is possible, but only if it serves one's own interests. So the concern is, what's in it for me? So action is judged right if it helps in satisfying one's need or involves a fair exchange. So the possible stage 2 responses will be, if they are supporting stealing, it is right for Heinz to steal the drug because it can cure his wife and then she can cook for him. And who are against stealing, they would say the doctor scientist has spent lots of money and time to develop the cure, so it's not fair for him if Heinz stole the drug. And the next stage is the conventional morality. People at this stage conform to the conventions and rules of a society. This is basically in people of age 10 to 13 years. People focus on following social norms and customs. They begin to internalize the moral standards of valued adult role models. The substage in this is the stage 3, that is interpersonal relationships. People should live up to the expectations of the family and community and behave in good ways. Good behavior means having good motives and interpersonal feelings such as love, empathy, trust, and concern for others. So, the possible stage 3 responses would be, if you support the stealing, yes, Heinz should steal the drug. He probably will go to jail for a short time, but his in laws might think he's a good husband. And who are against stealing, they would say everyone in the society will think he's a criminal, and later he himself will feel bad for bringing dishonor to his family and himself. Stage 4 is maintaining social order. While stage 3 actions are more concerned with pleasing your family, stage 4 is associated with following society as a whole. Emphasis is spent on obeying laws to maintain social order. So, the possible stage 4 responses would be, for stealing, Heinz has a duty to save his wife's life. Even if he steals the drug, Heinz should be prepared for the penalty for breaking the law. And if against stealing, Heinz is desperate and stole the drug, but after he is punished and sent to jail, he will be guilty for his dishonesty and law breaking. Lastly, the post conventional level. It is characterized by references to universal ethical principles that represent protecting the rights of all people. So, in this, the stage 5 is social contract and individual rights. At stage 4, people want to keep society functioning. However, a smoothly functioning society is not necessarily a good one. So, at this stage, people begin to ask what makes for a good society. They begin to think about society considering the rights and values that a society ought to uphold. So, the possible responses would be, for stealing, Heinz should steal the drug as everyone has right to life. He should be caught and prosecuted for stealing. Then the law needs to be reinterpreted as a person's life is in stake. And against stealing, any extreme circumstance will not justify taking the law in your hands. Even though the end is good, it's not really acceptable. And now the stage 6, that is universal principles. As human beings, we are obligated to live by the principle that all men are created equal regardless of race, religion, sexual orientation, or political belief. So, justice is universal, so unjust laws must be broken. So, the possible Answers would be for stealing. Heinz should steal the drug to save his wife because preserving human life is high moral obligation than preserving property. And against stealing, Heinz is faced with the decision of whether to consider the other people who need the drug just as badly as his wife. So Heinz ought to act not according to his particular feelings towards his wife, but considering the values of others too. And now, finally, coming to the criticism for this theory. So, this applies mostly to value individualism and not to collective cultures. And the sample used was all male sample, so only the male definition of morality is considered. And the next is the dilemmas used are hypothetical. And lastly, the moral judgment doesn't link in with the moral behavior. That is, as the situations are hypothetical or these are just dilemmas, the responses you give may not match to your moral behavior in the real world. Thank you, and please stay tuned for more theories in development.